Hi, it's Craig and Gaz here down at Lee Valley. Just here to chat really a lot about the why, what and how of the challenge cards, an exciting resource that we're here to chat around today. So why challenge cards? Well, I guess Gaz and I experimented with a lot of playful gamification, constrained to a forward-based approach within slalom. Really took a step back and looked at what slalom is in its purity, and in our opinion, slalom is a highly skilled discipline in an ever-evolving environment. It really challenges from the skill-based side and the mental side, adaptability, decision-making, self-organisation. Really looking at a resource that could help coaches and paddlers evolve their practice and supplement what's already happening in the environments that they work, and bringing that into a playful way that we could share across the community. Gaz, do you want to talk a little bit about what they are?
Yeah, well, you touched on it there, Craig. You talked about paddler, you talked about the coach. They're things that we feel that we can influence during this kind of like coaching process. And so what we've done with the cards is we've broken them down into three possible sections. We've got the coach challenges, we have paddler challenges, and then we have what we call connect cards, where it's not necessarily something that would happen on the water, but it's how you can build relationships, how you can stimulate learning in a slightly different way. It might be in a meeting, it might be, I don't know, some other examples, psych sessions. And what we've ended up doing is we've created some ideas to contribute to a coaching session. It's not necessarily a session design, but it's certainly something which we feel like might be able to complement the athlete's learning, or the coach's learning for that matter. There's a number of different ways that you can go about doing this. I think how you select them is quite important. It's not just about picking a card out of the deck, it's actually thinking, what am I trying to impact on here? What am I trying to help somebody learn? Or what am I trying to learn about myself as a coach? So think skillfully, think creatively about how you might do it, and then I guess the rest of it is enjoy using them on the white water or on the flat water.
Absolutely, and I think really an opportunity to take stock of the cards in their entirety before self-selecting to complement something you're already working on. That's really crucial, and how you do that is a number of different ways that are available. Gaz, do you want to touch on how we've experimented with the use of the cards?
Yeah, well, one of the sessions that I've run in the past with one of the athletes that I work with, they did like a Guess Who style session. Okay, so what that, I can show you the card there, Guess Who. Basically, the challenge was for them to go out onto a course and try and paddle like a different athlete, which involves language that we might use about how decisions might be made, but also trying to thread that learning, not just from that single session, but from the relatively simple session to then becoming more and more complex, all the way up to a significant race.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think that's really important that you talk about these cards should be used really in quite a themed manner, step by step, and not a one-stop fad, and that allows you to really thread the learning, and reflective practice is really a big part of these cards, and we hope that practice can be evolved skillfully with the use of these cards. Important to say that always have flexibility, use your own innovation to adapt the card to your environment. What it says on the card doesn't have to be Bible, and we'd love people to come up with ideas for new cards and share those.
And we already have.
We already have since publishing. So that's pretty exciting stuff. One for me, I really, as I've evolved my coaching over the years, become more and more aware of what I don't know and embracing that. So vulnerability is a big part of me. I see that as a massive strength in my coaching and working with athletes. So the card I selected recently with some paddlers was the Coach Challenge Mirror Mirror. So this card asks your group to coach you to learn a new skill. They must coach you in the style that they think you coach them. So yeah, I took some juggling balls into a room having presented this card. And yeah, there were 3 people in the room who I work with, and they got to coach me in juggling. So really open-minded session, really quite vulnerable from my perspective, reinforced some things that I thought I was doing, which was nice. Also, it was really interesting to see how different individuals viewed my coaching in different ways, and also some things that I could go away and really skillfully work on to improve. So a really vulnerable card, very important. Highly recommend that one in the right place at the right time. really encouraging people to go out there and experiment with the cards in their own way, in their own manner. We've found that there's some key themes running through the work that can be reinforced and developed through the cards. Communication, some enhancements there available with skill development, relationships. Reflection's a big one, absolutely. And I think there'll be many more out there that you feel can kind of work with where you're at right now in your coaching and in your paddling. Cool. So once again, really excited to get this resource going live in a digital and physical format, and hope to hear from you in the future in terms of your experiences with the cards and evolve them into future practice. Thank you.
Cheers.